Hello and welcome to the Cybersecurity Insider. My name is Yigal Behar. Today we're gonna talk about some news, things that I think you should know. Of course, not everything can come to our news, so we just pick a few things that we think that it's important for you to know, and of course, there's other issues out there that you need to work on and think about. So, we did last week. We did an online uh, session, a podcast, and we talked about backup and recovery, and had some technical difficulties. Hopefully, today it's going to be better. As you can see behind me, this is our new website for the cybersecurityinsider.com. Of course, you can send me an email to podcasts at the cybersecurityinsider.com with any questions that you may have or requests that you would like me to speak about. And of course, I'll be happy to do so. Okay. So with that, we're going to get started. And of course, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe this video. And hopefully it's going to be beneficial for you. Okay. And of course, this is some news. And the news are the first topic, Microsoft. Microsoft will block messages from persistently vulnerable on-premises Exchange servers to Exchange Online. Microsoft is taking a three-step approach to preventing unpatched and unsupported on-premise Exchange servers from sending messages to Exchange Online. So if you are using on-prem Exchange, you are not using Office 365, for instance, and you have your own email server, an Exchange server. If this server is not patched, you'll be penalized, and this is the three steps. First, Microsoft will alert admins to unpatched or unsupported Exchange servers in their on-premises environments. If the issues are not addressed within a set period of time, Exchange Online will start throttling messages, meaning it's going to slow down the recipient from getting your email. So if you send an email, it's going to alert you. And if you didn't do anything, it's going to throttle your messages. So you won't get, you're going to send an email and not necessarily the recipient will get the email right away. It's going to be delayed. That's what it means. Start throttling messages from the offending server. If this action does not result in remediation, after another set period of time, messages from the server will be blocked. Just like that. So Microsoft is really taking, I would say, not reactive, but proactive action here. And because they know that those servers can bring vulnerable messages and saying, okay, that's it, guys, you can't send messages from unpatched, unprotected systems. So you administrators, you should look to for those updates and update your Microsoft Exchange as soon as possible, because this is going to be a major problem for you functioning going forward. And we're now going to switch to the next item, which is QNAP. QNAP OS vulnerabilities affected 80,000 devices. So this is huge, and many people using QNAP. And by the way, we had only one customer, actually two customers. We phased them out from QNAP completely to a different NAS. Because not only security, but also performance and other requirements that they needed. So in this case, there's two memory access issues affecting multiple QNAP operating system. For network-attached storage NAS devices could be exploited to allow arbitrary code execution. The vulnerabilities affect QNAP, QTS, QUTS Hero, QUTS Cloud, QVP, OSS, and QNAP has released fixes for the QTS and QUTS Hero. Users are urged to update to QTS version 5.0.1.2346, build 2023, 03/22 or later. So you are really strongly recommended to update those vulnerabilities as soon as possible. However, if you have a QNAP exposed to the internet, you're in a bad shape. First, you don't have the patches, and probably the device is in production. So really, you can shut it down, download the updates, install the updates, and shut down the environment. So maybe try to find a different time to do that. However, if the QNAP exposed to the internet, done in the right way, you are possibly in a bad scenario. So you want to block this access, or at least protect it in a different way. Maybe use a VPN to allow local access, and disable all the accounts that you have that are not in use, and of course patch it and make sure that it's secured, and hire a company that will help you with that, and do some scans and make sure that those systems are not vulnerable. Okay. And the next item is related to WooCommerce, WooCommerce payment port WordPress plugin, an authentication bypass and privilege escalation vulnerability in the WooCommerce payments plugin for WordPress could be exploited to allow an unauthenticated attacker to impersonate an administrator and completely take over a website without any user interaction. Users are urged to update to the most recent version of WooCommerce payments 5.6.2 or later. So I know there's a WordPress update that was recently released. You are encouraged to update those as soon as possible. Now, if you are using, let's say, a firewall is implemented as a plugin, this plugin may give you notifications that you need to update the plugins. And you can also set the plugins to update it automatically. I don't like to update them automatically, because you can control if the site will be down because of that. So, and you don't know which plugin you installed or was installed. If it was installed automatically, you want to know what happened to the site to go down. So you want to do it update by update, making sure that the site is running. And of course, don't forget to update the WordPress. I think the latest version is 6.2.2. Please update WordPress as soon as possible. And this brings me to, oh, we did that. And the last item, it's about Outlook app vulnerability, and it was patched a few weeks ago. You should look into it. A zero-day vulnerability in Microsoft Outlook that was patched last week as a part of Microsoft Patch Tuesday is raising concerns among experts. The vulnerability, which can be used to steal NTLM. NTLM is the authentication protocol that's been used, I don't know, 30 years already by Microsoft, since Microsoft NT 3.5. Authentication hashes is easy to export and requires no user interaction. Several proof of concept exports have been released. So you need to know about this. You need to update your Outlook app as soon as possible using Microsoft Office 365 apps. Those updates are being pushed automatically, but still you need to make sure that if you are managed those updates using a third-party patch management, you need to allow those patches to run through your systems. Okay, so with that, we are done for today. Hope you enjoy and you got some benefit from this news update. And of course, again, you can email me to podcast@thecybersecurityinsider.com. Any questions, comments that you may have are always welcome. And of course, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe this video. Hope you enjoy it. We're going to post more videos coming forward. And as you can see, we made some changes. And hopefully you like those changes. If you have any comments for those changes, of course, you're welcome. And on this site, if you go to the cybersecurity.com, the cybersecurityinsider.com, you can ask to come as a guest if you have something to share with us or questions. We are like people to come and on the podcast and offer their opinions and experience, if you like. So with that, again, you can email to this email. I'll let it run. And hopefully you enjoyed this. That was my mistake. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.